Hey, what's up? This is Cody from Set It Off, and you're watching Rock, Paper, Scissors. Alright, the band formed in 2008. Well, it was kind of a process. I was in college. I was a clarinet major at Oberlin Music Conservatory. And I was kind of bored with the whole classical scene because you work your ass off. You practice like 4 hours a day, and literally 4 to 6 hours a day, if not more. And then your final performance is in front of an elderly crowd, and their response is usually to stand up, golf clap you, and sit back down, which is nowhere near as satisfying as playing rock shows, which I would play growing up. So I was really in all-time low at the time. I did some YouTube covers. Alex responded. I asked him if I could sing on stage with them when they played the last date of the AP tour, and he said yes. And so I did that. And the feeling that I got playing to their sold-out crowd, I sang Coffee Shop Soundtrack, was just a solidified, you need to be doing this instead of what you're doing. So I dropped out of college. I rounded up the dudes in the band, and then we kind of went on from there. Amazing! Tour has been amazing here. UK is amazing. The toilets are different. The showers are different. They're not just like a on and off like little knob. It's like you usually have to flip on a switch and then you press a button. But we're getting used to that, and I honestly, that has nothing to do with anything. But but I really love the crowds. The crowds remind us of a more intense version of like the big cities in the U.S. As in, like, when you first play a big city in the United States, and when you're first like being there as a band, people are like arms crossed, like, all right, who are you? Let's see what you got. But then once you win them over, they have your back and they go crazy for you. And I'm luckily enough we've been able to do that halfway through our set. And like honestly, only taking half a set is a huge thing. Like, and when you're in the United States, New York, it takes like 2 to 3 shows. New York City, like, or Chicago, 2 to 3 shows. They have to like bring their friends, and their friends have to approve. But like, the UK is just like, just put on a good show, and we'll like you. And so we do our best, and luckily, every UK show has been incredible. So UK's been great. Also, Nando's is here, and that is fucking amazing. So that's great.
What Nando's flavor do you go for? Hot,
always. See, what I like to do is, I've tried to experiment because I've only had it like 3 or 4 times. First, I had like the half chicken. There's too many bones. So then I went butterfly chicken, no bones, but it's not enough food because it's not filling enough. So then this time today, I got the double chicken burger with the pineapple. Great. And I always get it hot, and then I use the Italian lemon herb sauce.
Yeah.
Plenty. There have been plenty of memorable moments. My favorite memorable moment was we played, this is so close to my face, we played a Rock Sound and Kerrang in the UK have been so supportive of us. And it's almost like they've been going back and forth, like posting about us. It's really cool. And Rock Sound and Deezer threw a headlining show for us literally 2 days ago at the Garage upstairs in London. And we were nervous. You know, we've never played overseas. We're like, okay, what's our headlining show going to be like? 15, 20 kids, you know? But it was a packed show. It was a packed show, and everyone was screaming the words. It was amazing. It was surreal. And representatives there from like Live Nation and Kerrang and Rock Sound all were like hitting up our managers like, I've never seen a band that genuinely excited to be on stage in a while. We were. We always are. Doesn't matter if we're playing a sold-out show in Coco, at the Coco in London, or playing a sold-out show in a small, sweaty venue. It's just, this is what we love to do. And so a really memorable moment was it was Dreamcatcher. And I stopped singing. There was a part where we go, today, and instead of me singing it, I stopped singing, I put the mic out, and everyone screamed it back. And that always just puts the biggest smile on my face. Just knowing that you give enough shits about us to sing, like, our words. Like, you've read our lyrics. They mean something to you enough to sing it with that much passion. It's really cool. Well, what I think sets us apart is, well, another thing is, a lot of bands that I've noticed is they don't care enough to put on a show. It was like, all right, and this is our song, and I want to make sure it sounds perfect live, so I'm going to stand perfectly still and be boring as hell. But I'm still holding this. but I think what is our number one priority is to put on a show. We're entertainers, and we're musicians. No, either comes before the other. We're even. You know, we have to be just as good at both. And so I think that is a separation. Our theatricality, our honestly our song topics, and the fact our how involved our orchestral elements are in our songs. It's not just like, because like I said, I was involved at a music conservatory for classical music, and at first when we started the band, I did not use any of that knowledge. It was just, we're going to be a guitar, 2 guitars, a bass, a synth player, and a bass drum and a vocalist, and be a pop rock band. And it was dumb. Like, it wasn't dumb. I'm very proud of like our becomings, but I'm saying dumb compared to what we had the potential of being. So I dug deep, and I was like, well, I have all this classical knowledge. Why not integrate that into what we have now? So we took our sound, this pop rock sound, and I started orchestrating orchestral parts into it. And I think that alone makes us different. A lot of people, what's so dumb is people are just like, oh, there's strings, so that's panic. And that doesn't make you panic. Other bands had strings. So I feel like if people, the same person that heard like the, what are they called? The Trans-Siberian Orchestra would be like, that's like Panic. But except it's like Christmas music. I don't know. But like, it's okay because like they are an influence to us. So I can't deny that. You know, Brendan Urie is an amazing musician. The whole band is great. But also we have influences from The Used, My Chem, Fall Out Boy. We have a lot of influences from that generation. But at the same time, I'm a huge pop fiend. I love current pop, like Kesha and Justin Bieber, current Justin Bieber, and Taylor Swift's newest stuff. Honestly, there's a producer in Sweden named Max Martin, who I'm very fond of. Amazing writer. So I try to take influences from that, mix it with that, and we're just trying to find our modern sound, and I think Cinematics was that. So also the ability lyrically to take you through a whole story and visually, like, just sit down and listen to the lyrics and be able to know exactly where you are in the song. I've been sitting here for hours. God, it's tough. Something kind of cool is the first. I used to only listen to like 90s R&B, like Destiny's Child, like Usher, stuff like that. You know, Macy Gray. Not as much Macy Gray, but mostly Usher and Destiny's Child, TLC, and NSYNC, you know, stuff like that. But there was a band that changed that for me, that started getting me into like distorted music. Their name is 5 Hour and Frenzy. They're from Denver, Colorado, in the United States, and they broke up after a while, and they're recently back together. Amazing ska band. Their writing is incredible. I would love to tour them someday, and I recently became friends with one of the members, Sonny. If you're watching this, love you, dude. And so that was really cool. So I'd love to tour with them someday, as well as My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Reliant K, Newfound Glory. It's gonna be a long tour. And The Used. But there's so much more. I could go on for days, but I guess that's a tour that would make the most sense. Yeah. It'd still be like a 10-hour long tour, but a show. Cool. I mean, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So cool. My doubts have seemed to fade. 5 years time, I want to be, and I don't hope this doesn't rub anyone the wrong way, I want to be more successful than My Chemical Romance or Fall Out Boy ever were. And it's not because it's not anything like against any bands like that. It's just that I have really lofty goals. I want to be, we want to be the best. Yeah. And I don't mean successful as far as money-wise. Like, I hope I can support a family. Like, that's the whole goal. But my goal is to be able to support a family and reach as many ears as possible. Like, I want our music to be timeless. I want our songs to be timeless. I want it to reach ears all over the globe, and I want everyone to be able to relate to it. I want to change the world. That's the thing, that's what everyone talks about, changing the world. And it's a dumb sentence because it's so like, want to change the world. And you can, like the butterfly effect, you can change the world with just doing something differently for a second. But what I'm saying is, I want our songs to reach people and change how they think, change how they act in a positive way. And I hope that in 5 years we're doing that on the grandest scale that anyone's ever done. And I know that none of us, with our work ethic, we're not going to stop until we reach that goal. I live with 5 of my best friends. We are all doing the same thing that we love to do. We are traveling the world together, and we're meeting people that believe in us. I think that alone is just the best part of it. It's a dream. It is a dream come true. I love every one of those band members to death. Yes, we get in fights. I hate when bands try to act like they don't get in fights. Every band you've ever seen, doesn't matter who it is, you're thinking about them right now, yeah, they fight. You live in a confined space for so long. But I feel like we're one of the most tight-knit bands out of everyone I've ever met that have ever existed. And it's because of our communication with each other. But that's my favorite part of this job, is the fact that it's literally like, imagine you get with your best friends and you get to travel the world doing what you love. That's what's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Please believe you'll be.
We hope to do more UK tours very soon. We don't. I mean, there is a UK offer that we have right now, but there's also, like, right now, so far in 2013, we have not really done a US tour. So we have something we're announcing this week, which is very big in the US, but we can't say yet. But then also, after that, we're trying to figure out, do we want to do more US, do we want to do overseas? So, but what we do know is we have fallen in love with touring overseas. Like, it's been amazing. So expect us to come back as much as humanly possible. But I can't really answer it exactly. I wish I could. But just know that as soon as we're able to, we will come back.
It's the same each and every.
Yes, thank you for being a part of our family. Thank you for supporting us. If you have heard of us before, thank you for being so patient and waiting for us to get here. If you've never heard of us before, well, I hope you listen to us, and I hope that you like what you hear. And if you do like what you hear, whether old or new, I hope you tell your friends about us, because spreading the word is the only way that anything will ever become anything. Just like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. Word of mouth is the key. And so thank you for everything. We love you to death.
My eyes are stapled open wide as I lay down on my side. I am bouncing off these walls.
All right, I feel great about this candle. So basically, if you want to, like, give them a little angle, right now we're on the tour bus of this UK tour, and this is just sitting on there, and I just thought it was so beautiful. So I was like, what if I just hold this whole thing, joking around? We're like, yeah, let's do that. So we did that. I literally committed to holding this candle the entire interview, and
Dedication.
It smells great. Smell it. Come here. Yeah, you can't smell it. Don't even try. If you try to smell your screen, you're probably an idiot.